more people from the U.S. over the years and on any given day will read it. But in terms of
Yeah.
percentage-wise, for example, you live in India, in Mumbai, and there's probably about 50 to 60 hits a day that I get from Nepal. So there's a
Mm.
bunch of people in Nepal that love Cosmoetica. There's
Yeah.
there's a certain there's an area. I mean, I don't often do it because I don't really care where the people are. But there's also
Mm.
some place in near Namibia in South Africa where there's a lot of people who read. So I think Cosmoetica is more appreciated outside the U.S. because the U.S. is a dumbed down culture. They don't care about art. They just care about money. And I don't know if India is any better because as you've when we were emailing, you had told me how I've complained about a lot of the MFA types here in India where I'll get PhDs who write like 5 year
Yeah.
olds.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, in many ways, see, that's where I'll talk about this. You know, how you said America is a dumb dumb culture, but I would argue that that's the case everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere around the world. I mean, in many ways, I think America is quite, as hard as it may, it's. I mean, I feel that your country has a lot of potential. It's always had a lot of potential, but
Well,
it's much better than many other countries.
I think the U.S. has more potential uh, in terms of the fact that it has more people from different cultures. The problem here in the U.S. is, and I don't know if you have it in India, is what we call political correctness. Is that
Mm,
when I grew up in New York City, and there were
mm,
what were called New York City is on an island called Long Island, most of it, and there were what we call white middle class Republican types, which were there was a president called Dwight Eisenhower back in the 50s. People who
yeah.
have a little bit of
Yeah.
things and are sort of self-satisfied. And what's happened is that instead of, for example, a black person in the US or a Native
Mm,
American or an Indian
mm,
American or a
mm,
Peruvian American writing
mm.
about their culture within the US culture, all they do is put sort of blackface on it, i.e., there's a writer named Jhumpa Lahiri who's an
Mm.
Indian American,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, I know.
when I've read her books, all her books are white people who talk about Indian spices. There's nothing
Yeah,
inherently Indian about it.
yeah, yeah. I understand that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also, I should say, Van. I mean, at the sound of being modest, I'm very, very well versed with American culture, American history. I'm reading biographies of Teddy Roosevelt,
Ah.
William Howard Taft, and Abe Lincoln, and all those guys. So all of
Okay.
this is gonna come, and because I want to ask you everything, like because
Okay. Go ahead.